Hey, what's up guys? John here. We're seeing a lot of headlines with the student loan debt problem. They're talking about forgiving millions and millions of borrowers of student loan payments. Some people are suggesting to relinquish all of the student loan debt and give the college grads or the soon-to-be college grads a free and clear slate. Now, the media pictures this as a really good thing, that we should be forgiving them. But a very unique twist on this that they don't talk about, that we don't hear about, is that of all of the student loan debt, who holds it? It's actually the government. It's not traditional, small lenders. So if the government is holding all of this debt, then what's ultimately happening is they're basically putting out press to let people know that they're thinking about forgiving themselves of this. Now, what ultimately is happening here over the last couple of years, we've seen is that so many college grads, so many people that went to school for careers that offered so much promise, but yet now in today's day and age, it's offering less and less. And so what does this mean? It means that their debts are getting due to where, they can't forgive these and push these payments on forever, which seems like they've been doing. They're going to have to come to a head. They're going to have to make a decision here. Now, they already released about $6 billion worth of payments, $6 billion worth of debts. Now, what I think is very likely to happen here is that if we move in this direction of forgiving this college debt, we are going to start a snowball effect. We're already seeing this right now with eviction moratoriums. We've seen this with PPP loans and stimulus and unemployment benefits and child tax credits and universal basic income programs that they're pushing in all these different cities and states. They're pushing this very, very hard. Now, when we're moving into this student loan situation, it is the only debt that you can get to where you can't file bankruptcy and relinquish it. It's the debt of this student loan, right? This debt is more powerful and it sticks to you worse than anything else, right? Now, it's just fascinating to me to watch how this whole narrative, everything is really coming to a head, because over the last 20 years, 30 years, we've watched college educations triple. Like if you look at what it cost to go to college in 1988 versus what it is today, it's 3x. Everything is so expensive, yet if you look at the actual wages that people that were graduating from college 30 years ago were earning in comparison to today, it's not 3x. You'd be lucky to see a 20 or 30% margin on what it was 30 years ago, but yet the cost to go to school is 3x. It's very fascinating to me. I think college ultimately has turned into more of like a big scam. It's become a big scam because traditional education now, especially as we move forward, is going to be less and less relevant. What's actually going to matter is going to be forming online businesses, starting online enterprises to where you can create value to the masses, thinking of things differently. Before it was always, doctor, lawyer, loser was the analogy. If you weren't, one of those two, then you were nothing. But now you look at a lot of the successful people in the world, they're not going to college, most of them. They're not recently graduated from college. They're doing startups and they're doing things online, and they're in tech and AI, and some of these people went to school, sure, but a lot of these people did not go to school for liberal arts or something like that, which is common here in America. If you go to India, it's a STEM type of country, science, technology, engineering, math. They focus on the real education that's going to drive the ultimate value. Here in America, it's not so much that anymore. Now, what we're seeing though is we're seeing a lot of Americans that feel like they were promised the world if they would do certain things over the last couple of years, and now inflation's hitting them. Now interest rates are rising. Their credit card debts are more expensive. The student loans are getting, scary for them because it's going to eventually be due in their mind if this doesn't get forgiven. They have mortgage payments, auto loans, all these things are coming to a head, and yet a lot of them are looking at careers, looking at opportunities that are really no longer available. It's fascinating to me, but I think ultimately if we do see this situation where the government essentially forgives themselves of student loan debt, then we're going to be stepping into a bigger grip and a bigger problem down the road. I do think that, my belief is that people that go to school, that go to college, these people have benefited immensely. Whether they graduated or did not graduate, they learned the disciplines and skill sets, and they learned to socialize. They learned a lot of, there's a lot of value in going to college, even if you didn't utilize your degree, or perhaps maybe if you chose the wrong degree, there's still value and benefits. And so to offer some people the value and benefits and give them a free ride for that, and then the other people that couldn't maybe get approved or go to school, or maybe they didn't have the grades, they no longer, they got relinquished of those benefits. So I do believe that the people that signed up for student loans, it should be their responsibility. It shouldn't be passed on to the taxpayer. It shouldn't be pushed along to Americans, and we shouldn't have to print, I don't know if they're going to plan on printing $1.75 trillion, but at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. But look at the inflation problem. Look at the problems that we have in this economy. I think the last thing that we need is to do more of what we've been doing the last 2 years, which is just printing more and more and more money and giving more assistance. But what are your thoughts on all this? Drop your comments below. Hit the like button. Share this with anybody. Share this. And subscribe here also on my second channel and on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. Everything's in the banner. I'll catch you guys later.